So welcome back to this week's episode, first episode of Fail from a Friday. In today's case, there, I guess in these these cases are a little bit more modern because it's from what I've seen. The most viewed video that I have currently on this channel was a modern case. Like it was still pending around the time. Like she was still out. Like she had a warrant out for her arrest and everything around the time I uploaded it, and so I think maybe that's why I done so well. And so while these cases aren't exactly like currently going on, they are within like the past 5 years. Well, take that back, within the past 10 years. So doing somewhat a little modern, trying to experiment a little bit, trying to stay out of the early 1900s. And so just see what you like. If you like the older cases more, let me know. If you like the newer cases more, let me know. If you like the little mix like I try to do, let me know. And so let's just go and get started.
You had your fun, bet you're sorry now. You dressed me in white to just lay me down. I would've stayed till death took me out, but then you fucked up and gave me the gun. So I'll give you one more shot.
And so of course, we always gotta start with our killer. Our killer in this case is Olishea Lawshawn Smith. Now, normally I tell you when she is born, what school she went to, what kind of household they grew up in, except the information is not publicly available. And so I'm just going to give you the information that I have. Sources always down below, like always. And so despite there not being a lot of information about Olishea available online, it was said that she was working at Waco High School. So this happens near Waco, but not in Waco, where the crime takes place, okay? As a behavior specialist, which is ironic considering the act that she would later commit on March 4th, 2017. So it is March 4th, 2017. Olishea would go to the Club Empire with Dexter Duane Prather in Arthur Heights, Texas. Remember, I said not in Waco, but near Waco. So we're in Arthur Heights, was where this club is at. And so Dexter was born on March 2nd, 1975. She had actually been dating Dexter for like 4 years. I couldn't see if this was before or during dating Olishea, but apparently he had been married to his wife, Tasha Bray, for 12 years. Dexter was the owner of a small trucking company. Remember how I said his birthday was March 2nd? Remember, this is March 4th, so he wanted to go out somewhere nice for his birthday, which, understandable. To celebrate his birthday on March 4th, they apparently went to a concert. I don't know exactly what the concert was, like who was performing at this concert. And then afterwards, he wanted to go to the club. So this is where we are at Club Empire in Arthur Heights. And so that night, you know how like in some clubs they normally pat you down to make sure you don't have a weapon on you, which understandable. Apparently that night they only patted down the males and not the females. I guess I can't say personal experience, but apparently it's so you don't catch like a charge, because I guess the woman could say that you inappropriately touched her or something. And so Olishea would go into the club that night wearing a gold dress and a red purse, which I don't know how exactly those two would go together, but okay. And in her purse, which was not checked by the way, was a handgun, which you will later hear in a few minutes how it was used. And so after getting into the club, they went over to the dice game, because apparently Dexter wanted to play a game of dice. And Olishea would watch for a little bit before she went to the women's bathroom. I don't know if she actually had to use it for whatever reason. And so while she was in the women's bathroom, she later claimed that a group of women had were aggressive towards her. And she was threatened by an employee who was later revealed to have a gun also. And so, while Dexter's over here at this dice game, apparently at one point he had put a weighted dice in the game. And so, apparently, for those of you who don't know, because it confused me at first what a weighted dice was, basically it was something in the dice to where it would turn a certain way so that it would be more in your favor than it would if you were just to roll like a regular dice. So basically, he was trying to like cheat at this dice game, if that makes sense. So Frederick Henderson, who was the co-owner of the club, apparently, had asked Damian Lamont Hopkins to watch Dexter while he went to go get security to confront Dexter, because apparently he couldn't confront him himself. And so Damian was born on February 16th, 1990. He had met his wife while attending Temple High School, and they had married in 2012. Dexter, sometime later, had put the dice back in the game, and Damien had apparently jumped off the couch and onto the table to stop it. So apparently there was like a couch nearby. Words were said between the two before they started fighting. The people that were there that night were trying to stop the fight, as decent people do. The employee that had the gun was heading towards the fight, and apparently that would prompt Olishea to shoot 5 shots, killing both Damien and Dexter. Damien was shot 4 times, while Dexter was shot twice. Damien was 27 and a father of 3, while Dexter was 42 and a father of at least 1. She, of course, would flee the scene, pretending that she was like one of the regular people that didn't know what was going on. The next day, a warrant will be made for her arrest after detectives identified her. She would turn herself in on March 7th, and her bail was set at $1 million. And during a conversation with one of Dexter's friends, she would claim that she was aiming for the white shirts, because apparently the employees that night were wearing white shirts. However, Dexter was wearing a maroon shirt. So, of course, she would get sentenced for both murders. She would actually get sentenced 35 years for both murders, so 70 years together. However, somehow she's able to serve it concurrently, so just 35 years altogether. And she would also have to pay $4,000 to the Texas Attorney General's crime fund. And apparently she will be eligible for parole in 13 years. So 2035 is the earliest she can get out, unless somehow she dies before then she was in a body bag. And so yeah, that was a case of a dice game gone deadly. I guess, sorry, it's not a lot of information, but I just thought it was really interesting to cover. And so I guess I'll see you for the next one. Bye.
God, I won. Damn, it just done. You had your fun. Bet you're sorry now. You dressed me in white to just lay me down. I would've stayed till death took me out, but then you fucked up and gave me the gun. So I'll give you one